What is going on, boys? Happy Halloween as the time I am streaming this. Get everything set up here. Perfect. Hope everyone is having a good Halloween so far. We're just gonna jump right back into where we left off, which is doing some quests. We're almost level 20, so we can get our mount. And I also sent some stuff over from one of my higher level characters as well. Some glyphs, potions, stuff like that. Some of these other ones. We'll probably just throw on the auction house. Oh yeah, why is this bug back? I thought I fixed it. But I guess this gun maybe drops a nice crown. I don't know. We could probably just throw that stuff there. Oh, and that requires a level 20. But I can use that, so that's fine, I suppose. And then sent over this glyph, going off the auction house, as well as we did actually sell some stuff. 33 silver, 27, got some small stuff sold, but then we sold this gem for 10 gold. Fucking auction house be taking a huge cut. So we ended up with 12 gold, that's not bad. So we can definitely afford first mount plus training, so got that to look forward to as well. And I got I guess the bar is fine for now. Oh, that's a 1 minute cooldown. Oh, but I can use heroic strike, can I? Yeah, we're gonna throw that on E. And where did we need to go? Oh, we needed to go all the way clear to Red Ridge, didn't we? Yeah. That's why. Oh, plus don't we need to go to Stormwind for training or something, I think. Something of the sorts, so we gotta fly over there.
To you. Have a good one.
As well as what dungeons can we jump into? Wailing Caverns and Shadowfin Keep are the new ones. I think Shadowfin Keep and 10 slot bag, but we don't really need it. We've got the 16s. Oh, that sword is slightly better, but moves hit ratings, so probably not good. Definitely gonna need the ring, for sure. And the shield. That's good. That's a good shield. Don't drop anything. Chestplate would be a good upgrade, because all that stam. So, that'd be pretty good. No, let's just give 8 stam. No. Dodge? Nah. Copper, and then there's a dagger, so there's not much else. What about Wailing Caverns? 10 slot bag. Another shield with defense on it. So that's not bad at all. Mace. There's a bow, which doesn't give us any stats, so it is what it is, right? I think Shadowfin Keep we're gonna need more, just because there's some better stuff, but I'd like to actually be able to use the items. I generally don't want to like take stuff that someone else needs. I don't see a reason why a DPS or a healer would need the shield, but
go with honor, friend. What can I do for you?
Clear that. We can sell that crap.
Have a good one.
Oh, let's actually throw this on. Revenge. This will actually come in handy with heroic strike, especially if we get a proc off. Oh, interesting. So definitely gonna do that as well. And we also gotta work on our professions. So you know what? While I'm here, okay, campfire right in the middle of the road. Totally fine. Make some more of these, then we can go train our whatchamacallit, cooking as well since we're over here. Refresh these pots. These self-work. Okay. Oh yeah. And then we're at 88. I do want to make some of this coarse dynamite. Do that there. Perfect. And that's just some extra damage. So why not? The only thing we're kind of missing is probably some enchants, but I'm not too worried about it. Definitely need some heirlooms. I gotta get more Stonekeeper shards or whatever they're called on my main, so that way I can actually get heirlooms. This doesn't have strength on it.
Need help?
I gotta get those other shoulders. We'll do heroic strike. Is disarm gonna be worth? I don't think
Farewell.
so. I think I'll put that off for now until we absolutely are gonna need it. I don't know when that's honestly gonna be, to be honest with you. So I got that trained up. Go get up cooking. Throw some stuff on the auction house. And then we can start running our way to Red Ridge. Plus we got some rested XP, so I'm sure we can find some copper and stuff on the way.
Can I help you?
What do you got for me? Nice wolf.
See you later.
You need something? See you
Nothing.
around.
Okay, we kill some wolves along the way, so we can cook that. This gives us 2 stam, 2 spirit. Same as the egg. So, not really that big of a deal. Do you have any other? No. Oh, yes, I have the stockade quest. But probably gonna want some of the shield and the ring and some other stuff out of the other dungeons before we can tank that. Definitely can't do it with the gear I've got now, for sure. Oh snap, we have the Darkmoon Fair coming up. I always forget about it. I feel like I don't ever do enough with it. And I tend to forget that it happens. It's a thing. Oh, Day of the Dead. Oh, it starts on the 5th. I guess that's why it's easier to do. It has like a full week. Okay. 34, and we'll sell it for 80 silver for that. Sells for a little over a gold. And then 30 silver is probably fine, honestly. If I wanted to, I could fucking sell this ore. Get like 7 gold out of that alone. Jeez. Anyway, the reason I was looking at the calendar is we got BlizzCon coming up on the 3rd, I think. Something like that. And I guess there was like some announcement stuff they were going to go over about like classic and retail and all that stuff. So Overwatch and whatnot, especially since Blizzard was bought by Microsoft. So oh, thanks for the follow there, Chief. Appreciate you. Anyway, with the BlizzCon stuff, I'm interested. I think I talked about it in my last stream where I'm almost certain they're going to be introducing Cataclysm or some variant for Wrath to go into. That's almost certain at this point of all the stuff they've added. But I'm also interested on... I'm really interested in Classic Plus, and I'm sure a lot of people are. And I was actually watching some videos about it today. About like what some other people, what their takes on it are. And a lot of it's pretty interesting on how is Blizzard going to execute on either adding new content that maybe was or was not added for Classic, like way back in vanilla, or if they're going to just be completing stuff, like how are they going to handle it? Is it just going to be all like new endgame content like raids after Nax, kind of what I was talking about in the last stream, or if it's going to be maybe some dungeons that are added along the way towards your leveling 260. Is it going to be more balances? Is it going to have new spells, stuff like that, which is interesting. And to be fair, I didn't really think about it, but
is dark. The fire burns.
that's right,
You
he's still here.
strive in vain as fate's wheel turns.
He is. Which would be interesting to have like maybe Ret Paladins a little bit more viable for DPS. Okay, let's this guy. Nice. Collect all the useless things. Nice. Fingerless gloves. Well, there definitely no finger slots on gloves. Anyway, there's some interesting takes. We do need this. But I would be interested in seeing maybe like Ret Paladins being a little bit more viable towards in-game stuff for sure, as well as more mega dungeons and stuff. And there also is the fact that Hyjal, even in Wrath Classic, isn't an actual zone. Like, you can see it's there, but it wasn't ever used until Cataclysm came out, because then you had like the Ragnaros stuff happening there, and right, all that stuff. So it wasn't really relevant, so actually having it be relevant was too good. Having dungeons or a raid there, right?
A cleansing fire. Time is short. I'll soon retire.
This Headless Horseman and his fucking rhymes. But seeing Hyjal get used like pre-catter, like how it was supposed to look in vanilla, would be interesting. I think, anyway. And like I was talking about in the last stream as well, seeing like a vanilla version of Karazhan could also be interesting, or like the Karazhan crypts get used for like endgame stuff, or even the dungeon that's there, because there's two dungeons in Stormwind, because there's obviously the stockades, But then over in the other part, there is another dungeon. It's completely blocked off, you can't get in. Right, but there's a portal in there that goes to a whole nother instance. And I guess lore-wise, it's supposed to have like a bunch of wizards and demons and other shit that's in there, right? But it was never used. It's not used in retail. It's not used in any expansion. And I think there's only like one private server that I've seen who actually uses the actual dungeon as like an actual dungeon. Right. Otherwise, it's just sat empty. I'm like, well, this is a perfect opportunity that you could add in maybe like a level 40 variant of stockades or something, right? Or like a mid-tier, because you're doing the stockades at about like 20, in the 20s, only like 24, 25, right, for XP and stuff. So if you had like a level 40 to like 44, 45, that would also get more stuff, right?
No doubt. Justice prevails.
Not only that, but it would also give you another option when going out of Scarlet Monastery once you hit 40 plus, instead of jumping into Razorfen Downs or so what other dungeon? Or Uldaman, right? You would have like this other dungeon that would be in between, probably like Uldaman and like Zul'Farrak, right? Which could be interesting. Have like some decent loot, make it like 6-7 boss dungeon. It wouldn't be bad at all. Or alternatively, it could be another endgame dungeon, right? It has like 10 bosses or something. 10, 12 for a dungeon. That could also be pretty interesting. So, there's definitely a lot of options, and 100% there is a lot of unused areas in vanilla WoW alone that could be used.
Prepare yourselves. The bells have tolled. Shelter your weak, your young, and your old.
Does this guy carry
Each
over
of you
in the
shall
fucking
pay
Red
the
Ridge?
final sum. Cry for mercy. The reckoning has come.
Anyway. The other thing that I saw that a few people were introducing the thought of Classic Plus not being vanilla. Meaning, like Burning Crusade and Wrath would have like a Classic Plus, which I'm not so sure about Wrath. I feel like I would agree with what some of the other people were saying, that towards the end of Wrath and going into Kata, that's when kind of retail became what it is today. Because there were so many changes, so much, like, it was too much convenience. Right? So, I wouldn't say Wrath having a Classic Plus would really go as far as like a Classic and Vanilla or even Burning Crusade. And even Burning Crusade is a little bit of a stretch, I would say, but not as much. Just because it still held a lot of the elements that Vanilla did. Like, in order to do heroics, you had to have reputations with certain factions in Outland to get keys to actually be able to unlock heroics, right? So it still had value in old reputations from 60 to 70, on top of actually still having to run to raids and run to dungeons, and crafting was still pretty relevant, especially if, you know, if you were like a weaponsmith or an armor smith, right, stuff of that nature was still relevant for quite some time. But I don't think, there wasn't really any more raid attunements though. I think that kind of would still be interesting in my opinion. But I feel like the raid attunements would be best if you were doing towards between like 50 and 60. Depending on where the raid is positioned as far as, is it after Nax or is it before Nax? right? Or is it supposed to be like a catch-up raid, like how ZG is, or is it like a whole nother tier on its own, right? Would it be like a tier 4, you know, that's like 20 or 30% better, something crazy, right? But the raid is much harder. Something of that nature, I think, would be interesting. So, especially having things like CG or AQ, they don't have rated attunements. But to be fair, AQ, I would say the equivalent of like the attunement was the opening of the AQ gates, right? Like when vanilla was obviously first came out, it wasn't like, okay, now we go up to AQ after we did BWL and ZG and all this other shit, right? You had to do the war effort and all that stuff, which took the entire realm ages to do, right? So it didn't have an attunement. Next did have an attunement, the 40-man version, but that was purely because it was pretty easy, actually. It wasn't like you had to go get stuff. If you were exalted with the Archidont, you were already good to go. You just got a free attunement. Otherwise, it was very expensive for neutral. But you can get attunement very easily just by running Strathhome or Skullomance, really. Plus, most classes need to run those 2 dungeons anyway for some pre-raid best in slot stuff.
See you around. Be careful.
Whatchamacallit, or rep. Some people wanted the patterns that the what's-his-face had to sell as well, so. So it wasn't like 100%. Oh, we'll just run it for the attunement. It was more than that. I think Classic Plus would be pretty good at doing, I would imagine. Have reputations that benefit more than just some stuff you need from the vendor, right? Like it's, oh, you get to go do this now, or oh, you know, you get to unlock this dungeon, right? Stuff like that, I think, would benefit pretty well. Alright, now that we've got...
Can I help you?
that quest done, now we're gonna fly back to Westfall. Oh, that running. Sorry, we can cook up some food when we get there and probably smelt some stuff. As soon as we get to Sentinel Hill. I didn't get any more of that. These copper modulators, which at this point I'm just saving for crafting later, I guess. Crude scope. But stuff like that could definitely work. Maybe more world bosses and whatnot. Only did like 1 world boss. I can't remember. I think it was the one in Duskwood because it was pretty easy to get. But I found that like when doing raiding at max level back in 2019 for Classic, the world bosses became irrelevant pretty quickly. So I think changing that to where the world bosses stay relevant in some degree, or stay relevant longer. Because compared to like Molten Core, right, or BWL, where you've got your tier 1 and tier 2 gear, you would easily outlevel stuff from the world bosses. Because if we look, you know, this is item level 71, 66, 68, right? And then you look at like Molten Core, so this is tier 1, so 61, so a little bit under, right? And 66. As soon as you hit BWL and Onyxia's Lair, right, it's 76, 73, an old Onyxia's Lair, 74, so you're already getting probably some better gear, especially Helm of Wrath for the tank version, which is insanely good. So, as a side note, I don't think you can actually get this stuff anymore since Anixia's Lair got revamped in Wrath. So, okay, let's go turn this in. I think he's gonna send us to Duskwood next. Go talk to that guy. So that's gonna be fun. So.
Need help? Light bless you.
Oh no, we're going to Stormwind. That's easy enough. But first, cooking time. Third, we'll just make. Okay, that's definitely not worth 30 gold. We'll just cook that. There we go. And then I guess we'll go into the inn real quick and get more of these bobbing apples. Once we get the quest to kill, what's his face in Dead Mines, Van Cleef, then I think we'll queue up for some dungeons. I want to get that quest because we could use some better legs, dude. Level 10 sucks. There we go. I guess I'll keep it. It's the same thing as the herb-baked eggs, so it is what it is.
How are you? See you later.
The other thing I noticed is there's also this island that shows on the flight path map, which I can't remember the name of the island, but it's technically in-game, but it's not in-game, which is weird. Like if you were to go over here, there's like a whole shape of an island, and it actually has a name, and it's a separate zone and everything, but it's just water, which I guess was a troll island, so seeing something like that in Classic Plus could also be kind of nifty as well. I don't know if that was something that got cut from the game or was just incomplete, like many things in vanilla were, so, which again could be interesting for open world content as well, more profession stuff like that, so it's not just instance content. But anyway, enough of that. I did start doing some more like vanilla era stuff, because I've been getting like after doing a bunch of Wrath stuff, I'm also getting sick of this fucking Shade of Horseman, dude.
Cry for mercy! The reckoning has come!
It's alright, at least I don't hear him in Stormwind as often. He's just in Goldshire. Okay, where am I going? Okay, I'm going over here. Okay, should be fine. I was doing some vanilla era stuff just because I feel like that's where, because again with Wrath and stuff, I feel like everything started to lose its momentum. At least that's my hot take for the day. Just because I remember playing in 2019 and actually taking a while to get stuff. Like I got the original Quell Sarar that you needed as a tank. So I did it on a warrior, which I still have the weapon. I never got rid of it because I knew that we were probably going to Wrath, which we did, and you're gonna be unobtainable unless, to be fair, I haven't run Anixia's Lair. I haven't run the Wrath version at all.
Go with honor. Light bless you.
So I don't know if there's like a way to toggle it so you can still run the old version, but I'm almost certain you can. And most people, I feel like, didn't cover that. They were more concerned about Nax 40-man going away in Wrath, which is understandable. Just because I think all the stuff that Onyxia dropped in the 40-man raid just got moved over to BWL and retail. Like, at least as far as the tier helms and stuff. I don't know about some of the other stuff. Like the Shard of the Scale or Escander's Collar, shit like that. I don't know. But again, who cared? I don't think many people really cared too much about that stuff. So most people were like tier 3, you know, Corrupted Ashbringer, stuff like that. More so on Corrupted Ashbringer because I'm sure everyone at this point in the WoW community knows about the, you know, all the rumors that were in vanilla. It's like, oh, you could fish up the legendary Ashbringer because it was data mined to where it was in the game, but it was unobtainable, right? So everyone's like, oh, well, you could probably fish it. You could probably get it here or there, right? But it never was an actual thing.
For the Alliance.
I think it even shows up in Atlas Loot. You go to collections and legendaries, unobtainable. Maybe? No, it actually doesn't, which is interesting, but there actually is two things. There's this Binding Shard, which was a necklace that everyone at this point knows was accidentally gotten in Molten Core, which wasn't supposed to be dropped. Which, actually seeing this drop, like maybe some increased stats on it, but actually seeing it drop in Classic Plus could be kind of neat. Be something like a legendary neck, which weren't too many of up until, gosh, I don't know. I want to say Legion, but it might be something before that. And there's all the usual legendaries, and then there's this Fabled Steed, which is supposed to be a Chromatic Dragon, which is interesting that was in vanilla when flying mounts weren't really a thing. So, and I think that one was rumored to drop out of Upper Blackrock Spire, which would make sense. But I mean, if you look at Upper Blackrock Spire, then you know you can see there's already a decent amount of stuff up there anyway. Plus, I remember people wanting the beast, the pristine hide of the beast, because you could get some pretty decent stuff out of it. Man, it's still going for 1,000 gold even today. What was it? Oh yeah, it was the Fell Striker dagger. I actually saw this drop once, and I unfortunately did not win the roll.
Be careful, light bless you. Be careful.
Okay, now I gotta go find this messenger. Which, probably just straight ahead, right? Dude, walking on foot sucks. Sorry, we got 2 more levels and then we get a mount. I think we just need the writing. I don't think we need to actually get a mount anymore. Which, if we had done this before this mount journal was added, then we would have to buy a mount. So, this is convenient, but again, with all the changes, I'm willing to bet we're going to Cataclysm with the changes they did, because they did this on the PTR and whatnot, and so I actually don't know when this mount collection was officially added in game. I want to say maybe Pandaria, but not surprised they added in the Classic. I mean, come on, they added the WoW token in the Classic. Not Classic era, I believe, though. Okay. I'm gonna go towards this way for the messenger. So at least he spawns over this way. So we might be able to find him. He goes all the way up to the Jasper Lode mine. Oh my god, or he goes to the quarry. Well, this is gonna be fun. It'd be very fun. But judging by the dead boys, he might have gotten got. Oh, and then we gotta do that escort quest. Okay. Doesn't seem to be here. There's a chest over here. Might as well see if this has anything interesting. That's garbage, dude. Trash. Alright, well, he's not here. So, time to start heading up this way and hope he's actually spawned in. And not already been killed. Otherwise, we're gonna be waiting a hot minute for that. And at that point, I might as well queue up for a dungeon. Trying to be getting that fat XP, you know? So we hit 20, then we can really start cranking. Go up a mount, so... Dungeons are... just... very much abundant. Especially as a tank. And that's been a thing since vanilla, really. If you were a tank or a healer, it was pretty easy to get groups. That was the only reason I tanked as a warrior in Classic. Vanilla Classic, anyway. It was because I knew if I was tanking, getting a healer from a guild and then 3 DPS out of looking for group chat, you're gonna have like 100 times easier getting into any dungeon. And plus, you didn't have to compete with, like, potentially 2 other people. Because there was one tank, so I had defense on it, and you had, like, a warrior DPS he wasn't gonna need for it. So, any tank here you pretty much got. If it dropped. Just the other problem. RNG was terrible. Most of the time. Like, on some things it was great, but other things not so much. There's a copper vein. Okay, you can go and grab that. And kill this guy. Oh, it's a 100% proc chance? Is it? It is. So it's 100%. I guess I read a little too fast and I was like, oh, it's just like a chance to use heroic strike. No. Yeah, there's another chest over here. First, gotta take out this guy. Oh, fuck these guys, these pillagers. Get out of here, dude. Surprising enough, in hardcore, the pillagers have actually killed so many people, dude. Someone's looted that chest. There's 10. Alright. That's why. Dude, but their fireballs hit like a truck, dude. Meanwhile, the melee fucking guys are hitting you for maybe like 12 to 15. Fucking pillagers hitting you for like 70, 75, crit on 100. And we've only got maybe like 500 or 600 health, and they take out like fucking upwards of 20% of your HP in a blast. Done. Gonna get destroyed. Okay, this guy's not down here, so he's probably up. He's either up here or he spawned back in Moonbrook. And it's gonna be a very long and shitty walk. Plus, I can't wait to actually get down far enough in the protection tree to have, yeah, so far like 41, very minimum. so I can actually use charge and defensive stance and actually generate rage so I don't have to walk. Or actually, there actually is tactical mastery ability you can learn now. Before you had to talent into it, so that way you can use charge and actually keep the rage charge generates while changing stances. Hence the macro I have in combat stance. So I've had that macro for a while just for that reason, because my other warrior actually was had talents in there, so. Where's he at? Where's the boy? He can actually go into the mines. Are these actually in here? Yeah, these guys are too low level for me to really worry about, to be honest. God damn. Line of sight him. Hopper and 10. I will definitely be mining that at the very least. No, messenger's probably been killed. You motherfucker. Ooh. A green bow. I mean, it does more damage, but no stats. That's a big sad. Well, there's the copper, and I guess the one's further in. And these guys are not in here. Pattern worth anything? Nope. Garbage. 10? No, some more copper. I don't need more copper. I need 10. Gotta make that dynamite. Okay. Yep, he's not in here, so we gotta go all the way back to Moonbrook. Wait for his ass to spawn. This is unfortunate. Unless that's what that other guy was doing, was waiting for him to spawn. It's very possible, but I don't know. I mean, if he's not there and the messenger's dead, then we can confirm he was there purely for the messenger to show up. So... yeah, we got a lot of ore to smelt, so I don't know if I'll have... Isn't there like goggles and stuff I can make? Alchemy... Engineering... Oh, I can make a shield. Yeah, I appreciate you. Come on now. Birds, dude. Oh, but it only drops in molten core. It is a cool looking shield though, I'm not gonna lie. Plus all the resources. Well, Arcanite bars are dirt cheap at this point. So if somehow I was able to run molten core and it drops and no one with engineering needs it, that's big. I remember someone in Classic wanting me to get that shield, but I went Alchemy Herbalism because I wanted to be able to save gold on consumes for raids, which I very much did, like 100%. I remember some of the people in my guild at the time were spending about 100-ish gold a week just on consumes. I'm like, yeah, it takes me about an hour, and then I can go and make them. So, I'll go mining helmet. Get flying tiger goggles. As soon as I get engineering 100. So, and those are probably... Alright, we've got a bunch of those, and those are pretty cheap to buy, so... Honestly, it wouldn't be a terrible head slot, considering you don't get anything for your head slot until maybe 30. And unless you're a rogue, of course, then you get it here in Westfall. You can wear the Defias mask, but it's only a gray item. But I don't think it even provides any armor either. I think it's purely a cosmetic piece. Which, I mean, as a rogue, you can kind of cool. But 4 stam 4 spirit isn't the worst, at least for classic, because every stat actually does something, opposed to like retail, where it's like warriors don't benefit from agility anymore, like at all. So there's no point in actually having that stat. It's like strength stam only. There he is. Dynamite. Easy. Now, what did I tell you? We went all the way, all the way up there just to find him in Moonbrug. Son of a bitch, dude. Whatever, it is what it is. Let's go turn this in, escort the guy. And we'll queue up for another dungeon. I wanted to get the quest in case we end up with going into Dead Mines again. Then we can actually get, what the pants, like Westfall pants or something. I always forget what they're called. Yet I've done this quest like a handful of times. So... But something along that nature. But whatevs. Plus, if I do level up to 20, then begin standing anyway. Worst case, we end up in Wailing Caverns, but I think we can actually use stuff in there, though. You know, we can actually use the shields and whatnot, so... We end up doing that and getting upgrades regardless, so...
For the Alliance.
Nice, level 19. What's gonna be better? Increase the crit chance. Increase your dodge chance by 1. We'll just do Insight. The next 2 levels we go improved Revenge. Not only that, but it's going to hit multiple targets at once, so the AoE damage of it's going to actually be decent. So good stuff nonetheless. didn't this guy... I don't know if this escort quest actually spawns in enemies or not. Obviously some will, but... I don't remember if it was changed or not, to be honest. Guess we'll find out. I do know this guy will go and attack hostile NPCs. So if they get too close to the road, then it's gonna be annoying. And I'm a warrior and I can't fucking heal him. So hopefully he won't die. Remember Moonbrook being the worst for it. Because there's so many pillagers in there. And they'll all target him. And it also doesn't help that he's marked for PvP. I remember in some of the PvP realms, basically what happened was they would be a horde that would come and kill him multiple times just to make people rage quit. Which I guess you still could, since he's marked for PvP, so you don't have to be necessarily after the player himself, so... So even you were, hopefully you weren't gonna get got, whether you're PvE or PvP server, to be honest. Heal monkey? Interesting. What level is this guy? He's 15, so he might... And hopefully this guy's not going to... Well, that's convenient. No, I don't know if they're doing that to help me or if they're just... Nope, they're just killing people. Nice. Disarm. Oh lord, okay, this is gonna be... See if I can pull him in there. Oh, and he just keeps walking. Oh my god. We got so lucky that he decided to run back. Oh, but he's gonna aggro this guy. Oh, son of a bitch, dude. Dude, I'm so close. I swear to God if he dies, dude. He almost... Oh no, he goes back up to full. Yeah, I don't have a health pot, so... Oh, dude, these pillagers fucking hurt. I bet that pillager's gonna aggro too. Yep, there he goes. And, oh my god, dude. Now I remember how much I hated this quest. You had to clear out the whole area ahead of time, dude. Jesus. Thing. Perfect. Quest is done. Is there a chest in here? I know sometimes there's a chest. I will say having to run down the actual mine was most definitely a pain. I will kill this villager. I don't think... Oh, I got a little bit of XP from that guy. Whatever. I really want... No, it's not worth the hearth. It's like a 2-minute walk. And then... swords, mace... Okay. Should be good. Would like to get another sword or a mace or something. Just because I get... was it expertise? I think it's in the melee, right? Yeah, I get expertise if I have a mace or a sword equipped because I'm a human. But the axe is definitely pretty good right now, just because the hit rating. So definitely worth. We'll continue doing random until it becomes a problem, and we keep doing fucking Ragefire Chasm. I'd like to not do Ragefire Chasm anymore. Don't need the cloak, and we've already got bracers, so I would say we're in pretty good shape. And once we get 20, we're gonna go and get our mount, dude. And then switch over to Duskwood questing. For Spooky Day, of course. With it being Halloween, questing in Duskwood seems pretty fitting.
Light be with you.
Alright.
Go with honor, friend.
Yeah, the chest of Westfall. More stam, and we get more strength. We just lose agility, but
For
that's
the
cool.
Alliance.
Alright. Queue up the dungeon. Yeah, 22 seconds. Something good and not Ragefire Chasm, please. Let's go! We got Deadmine, so we actually get to do a full clear, so... And we already got somebody's. Okay, no, they're back. Alright. Oh, we can actually use the sharpening stones, too. Now that we've got an axe. Means I'll have to send some over from my one character. Grab some extra hit rating. Why not? Why not spell power? Okay. Oh no, we got another mage in there. Is this better? Stat-wise. Not really gonna worry about it. The amount of shit that drops in here.
Van Cleef, pay big for your head.
It's whatever, they're doing enough damage. It's really in the higher level dungeons. In the last stream, dude, the fucking hunter and the mage in there constantly pulling extra shit. We can get this shield now for rare. What do we got? Oh, he's not in here. That is very disappointing. Nice. Actually, we might be able to finance that. Oh shit, I forgot these guys. Forgot these guys do that stupid stun and it stacks. On the Warhammer. Oh, this guy. You know what? Who's our healer? I think you're protection. Okay, weird. Well, you're on the DPS chart, so I'd imagine you're the healer. I wonder if I'd be able to actually get Hand of Justice later. Like a tank. Even though it's not really used for tanks, it's better for DPS honestly, but having that extra attack could honestly be good. Defender's gone. I don't need both. Got him anyway. Only gives me one more strength. I think I'll keep my normal gloves. Oh, why did I get out of here? Better. I got 3 more strength. This is why I needed that extra hit rating, because I'm at 5% actually isn't bad. I mean, for being level 19 with buffs, so... garbage. Okay, we'll just go down, it's fine. Hunter's got a pet, and that's gonna be a bad time. How much you wanna bet? As soon as we get down there, both the hunter and the mage are gonna start pulling a bunch of extra groups. I guarantee it. That's what happened last time. Stop for now at all. These have been keeping up pretty damn well. Is better? No, not really. I got it anyway. Sell for anything? Might be able to sell it for later. Does. God damn. I won't need on it. I want to because I need the hit rating. Not willing to bet the mage gonna need on it. Oh, I was right. The mage did need on it. I am not surprised. I mean, it's a decent ring, but intellect's not as good. If I was a prop valley, then I'd be fucking sweating over that.
You there! Check out that noise!
The bias. Whatever.
We're under attack! Avast your swamp! Repel the invaders!
You know, I'm a little surprised. I feel like I haven't been pulling as many packs, but the last time I came through here, Mage fire blasted the goblin boss that's up on top of the ship. That was a very smooth pull. Definitely worth money on the glyph. You only use Rogue Strike after Revenge. 100% worth.
Are tougher than I thought. I'll have to improvise.
Dude, that 10-second stun hurts. I've barely been able to hit him.
Now you're making me angry.
Surprised I actually got one dart on him. He was just carrying all my shit. Nice, Thief's Blade. Not bad, not bad. Okay, healer's still good on mana. Gonna be a fat pull. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. That was almost the end of me. Alright, healer's full mana, we keep on moving. Well, I'm probably gonna level in this dungeon. And we'll need to go back to Stormwind and train. These Halloween candies are definitely clutch. For lower level, 100%. Oh, I'm out of dynamite. It's both a blessing and a curse to have a mage. Nice. Level 20, let's go. I have no rage. There we go. That'll do. Getting this talent point here. Okay. And then we just wait. And let the other warrior pull. That is what happens. Okay, no new dungeons. We can probably actually try and hit up Shadowfang Keep now, right? We can use the shield. Yes. Now we gotta go get our mount before we do that, though. Not bad at all. Feeling better. I think that monster's just trying to pull the boss. All I really need to do is pull the carrot. Get out of here. Nice. Ooh, and the Emberstone staff. We won it. Okay, last boss. Let's get it.
None may challenge the Brotherhood.
You're not hit. Good.
Lapdogs.
Fools are righteous.
The fire's armor. I just got Van Cleave's head. Not bad of a group. Oh, true.
Interrupt.
Oh, shit. Nope. You got that tenderizer. F in the chat, boys. One did not drop. And then we just bounce out of here. No, that was a better group than the last group we went in the Dead Mines with.